Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think will win between Magneto versus Vision, the confrontation between reason and absolute power? Magneto, real name Erik Lehnsherr, is one of the most powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe. He controls magnetic fields on a planetary level, can bend metal, disable technological devices, create magnetic shields, and even change satellite orbits. His power is not only physical, but also has psychological depth, as he uses the pain of the past to promote the ideal of protecting mutants at all costs. In Magneto's hands, any metal structure becomes a deadly weapon. Vision is a synthezoid robot created by Ultron, with the intelligence of JARVIS and a part of the human mind. He possesses extraordinary strength, the ability to change his body's density, fly, phase through solid objects, and shoot concentrated solar energy from the gem on his forehead. Vision is not only physically strong, but also a strategic mind, calculating extremely quickly and making decisions based on cold logic mixed with compassion. Before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button. Please remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Known by many names, Max Eisenhart, also known as Erik Magnus Lehnsherr, is a powerful mutant who will do anything to protect his species as Magneto, the master of magnetism. He has been stated on numerous occasions to be one of the most powerful mutants. He has also been described on multiple occasions as the most powerful mutant, the most powerful supervillain on Earth, and even the most powerful being on the surface of the Earth. Magneto is an absolute master of the manipulation of magnetism, an ability that is not limited to the manipulation of metals but extends far beyond the structure of matter at the atomic and subatomic levels. He was initially classified as an alpha-level mutant, but over time and with the rapid evolution of his abilities, Magneto has been officially recognized as an omega-level mutant, the highest level in the mutant hierarchy, where there are no potential limits. Magneto's power is even more terrifying, as he can reverse the flow of blood in a person's body with his will alone, and manipulate the iron in their blood as if it were thin metal threads. He can lift mountains, bend steel and concrete like clay, and even lift a massive aircraft carrier into the air as if it were weightless. And Mjolnir, the hammer that Thor summoned, has been stopped or redirected by him with his powerful magnetic force. Even more amazing is his ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field, even in a distant galaxy. He once used the faint force field left over from his home planet to guide him and pull himself through space, returning to Earth in just one day. A sophisticated combination of spatial awareness, will, and a profound understanding of the physical universe. Magneto can also interfere with molecular structure, manipulating atomic bonds to create weapons, reorganizing matter, or disabling technology within kilometers. When he steps onto the battlefield, the space around him seems to bend under the invisible gravity he creates, making everything from metal, electricity, to electromagnetic waves become tools to obey his will. With his immense power and ability to improvise strategically, Magneto is not only a ruler in the field of power, but also a symbol of global threat if he decides to oppose humanity. It is no coincidence that Magneto is considered one of the most dangerous and powerful individuals. Magneto possesses the ability to create a magnetic field so durable that it can completely block light energy attacks from entities like Dazzler, who can convert sound into highly damaging light. This magnetic field is not simply a protective shield, but a living, pulsating energy screen that adjusts to each type of threat, able to subtly absorb, redirect, or dissipate the force of an attack. Magneto can purify and disintegrate the hardest metals in the universe without any hindrance. When faced with rare metals such as adamantium or vibranium, he can still separate them into their basic molecules or cause them to disintegrate into dust under his will. He can fight in outer space, where there is no gravity, oxygen, or steady pressure. But his ability to manipulate magnetism gives him perfect control over his movements and those of all surrounding objects. Magneto has faced powerful beings and warriors such as Iron Man, Cyclops at close range, Apocalypse, Thor, Hercules, Ghost Rider, and the entire Avengers. They all attacked him at once, but Magneto still maintained the upper hand. His composure, flexible magnetic shield, and superior fighting ability have allowed him to not only survive, but also force his opponents to be wary of his every move. He has also directly faced the Phoenix, a cosmic entity with nearly limitless energy. Magneto destroyed a suit of armor specially designed to withstand the destructive power of nuclear weapons. Not only did he tear apart the physical structure of the armor, but he also released the energy stored within it harmlessly. On the battlefield, every move he made was carefully calculated, and every decision was like an invisible metal whip that struck straight at the opponent's weak. When Magneto was truly serious, the space around him seemed to distort, time seemed to slow down, and anyone could feel that they were standing before an unstoppable primal power. Magneto was not just a powerful warrior. He had twice defeated Apocalypse, one of the oldest and most powerful mutants, without the aid of any metal. He had also finished off Phoenix, an entity with cosmic-level destructive power, by directly transmitting an extremely high-intensity electromagnetic pulse into her, completely disrupting her body's energy system and leading to her death. Magneto is also capable of resisting telepathic attacks from opponents with superior intellectual power, such as Emma Frost. While completely blocking her telepathy, he was still able to concentrate enough to pull a bullet the size of New York City back to Earth. Incredibly, this object was light years away from Earth at the time, equivalent to about 9.5 trillion kilometers, or more than 5.878 billion miles. Interacting with an object nearly 6 trillion miles away and accurately navigating it in three-dimensional space. Having played a key role in controlling Tiamat, a celestial entity with immense power, Magneto's power is clearly no longer limited to a single planet or galaxy. With the ability to manipulate matter, energy, telepathy, and even cosmic entities, he deserves to be classified as multi-galaxy level, even approaching cosmic level. I really hope you subscribe to the channel. It will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best. Thank you very much. Vision is currently one of the core members of the Avengers, and is a symbol of the perfect combination of artificial intelligence and humanity. He was created by Tony Stark and Bruce Banner in an effort to create a force to protect the world. On Vision's forehead is a bright yellow stone, emitting a soft but powerful light. This is the Mind Stone, one of the 6 Infinity Stones, which are considered to contain the fundamental energy that forms the structure of the entire multiverse. The existence of the Mind Stone in Vision's body is not only a source of energy, but also a key factor in shaping his thoughts, emotions, and independent will. When the Mind Stone was removed from the scepter that once belonged to Loki, it was integrated into Vision's body, turning him into a special artificial life form of cosmic proportions. From that moment on, Vision was more than just a machine or a fighting tool. He is a living entity with a clear consciousness, can make moral decisions, experience emotions, and act based on ideals, no different from human. Vision's body structure is called synthezoid, an advanced form of matter made of the super durable metal vibranium found only in Wakanda. His body has perfect biological functions, from energy circulation, regeneration, to facial expressions, while still maintaining superior strength. Unlike robots that only have a human form, Vision truly lives, feels, and thinks as an independent individual. Vision possesses superior intelligence, the ability to process information at the supercomputer level, and can also control the density of matter in his body. Thanks to that, he can become invisible, pass through solid objects, or conversely, increase his body density to the point of becoming as hard as diamond. He also has the ability to project energy beams from the Mind Stone, which can penetrate the toughest armor of enemies or disable complex technological devices in a split second. Vision can lift Mjolnir, Thor's legendary hammer, a symbol of worthiness and integrity. Only those who are truly pure of heart, not dominated by lust or greed, can wield this hammer. In battle, Vision is not a warrior of rage or blind destruction. He is the embodiment of the balance between wisdom and strength, between reason and compassion. When Vision steps onto the battlefield, his every move exudes precision, steadfastness, and composure. Vision's body is not just a mass of emotionless machinery, but a sophisticated synthetic biological structure. Inside his body, a special fluid similar to blood is constantly pumped through the microcirculation system. This system uses electrical impulses to control the contraction of artificial tissue fibers that act as muscles. Thanks to that, Vision can reproduce smooth, flexible movements. The strongest point in Vision's physical ability is the ability to control the density of his body at the molecular level. He can change from an invisible state, allowing him to pass through walls or solid objects, to a state of super high density that makes his body extremely hard and almost impenetrable. Vision can reach a weight of approximately 90 tons. However, at that density, his entire body becomes immobile because the mass far exceeds his ability to move flexibly. At a combat level, Vision usually maintains a density that allows for smooth movement while still maintaining the hardness equivalent to diamond. In this state, he can lift objects weighing approximately 50 tons while still maintaining good reaction speed. Despite his superior strength, Vision is not on par with purely mythical beings such as Thor, Hercules, Sentry, Gilgamesh, or Wonder Man. In terms of pure physical strength, he is even considered slightly weaker than Luke Cage, who is known for his extraordinary endurance. What makes Vision truly a formidable force in the Avengers is not his pure physical strength, but his ability to control the molecular structure of his body. With this ability, Vision can manipulate individual molecules to evade physical attacks or suddenly become as solid as stone, turning himself into an impenetrable wall. It is this ability to shift between states of matter, from flexible to invulnerable, that makes Vision one of the most formidable strategic cards the Avengers have ever owned. He has achieved many notable feats, each demonstrating the blend of raw power and sophisticated molecular control he possesses. One of his most notable moments was when Vision fought on par with Wonder Man, one of the superheroes with superior physical strength. He also used a single hand to block a powerful punch from Goliath, an attack that could have collapsed an entire steel structure. Vision defeated Thor when the god fell into a state where he was no longer worthy of wielding Mjolnir, and he also rescued War Machine from the control of the Phoenix, one of the most dangerous cosmic entities ever created. A notable statement came from the Silver Surfer himself, when he admitted that Vision's strength was comparable to that of a being himself, a being that possessed cosmic power, something few people had. Vision also intercepted Nova with speed and precision, easily breaking through a super durable plexiglass, a material commonly used to contain supernatural beings. Vision also had the ability to fly, emit concentrated beams of solar energy from his eyes, and operate an android intelligence that far exceeded the processing capabilities of any supercomputer. Vision became an impenetrable wall, capable of withstanding devastating attacks from even the strongest opponents. The fight. Magneto and Vision stared at each other, malice radiating between the two. From Vision, his emotions were best simplified to desire and lack of justice, whatever that nebulous constant might be. To Magneto, he saw Vision as nothing more than an obstacle that needed to be dealt with. The two looked at each other again before Magneto sprang into action, rocketing into the air as he harnessed the energy in the empty city squares around them. Dozens of metal rods, twisted tubes, and rusted rebar formed into missiles and hurtled towards Vision, arcing like whips in the air. Vision was unfazed, flying through the air at incredible speeds. Metal bounced off, or he simply passed through it, not caring about the ineffective attack. Vision fired a beam from the yellow matrix above his head, but Magneto's shield ignited. A wall of magnetic force separated the two, easily deflecting the beam. Vision then attempted to use his speed, launching himself at full speed and velocity to attempt to decapitate Magneto. But to no avail. The shields were nearly impenetrable to Vision and his attacks. My turn. Magneto hissed through gritted teeth before he sent a pulse across the plaza, ripping apart chunks of concrete as large pipes exploded from deep below. Vision was forced to move, arcing this way and that to avoid the diverging metal. He bombarded the structure, trying to get to Magneto, but there was no way. More metal broke away from the surrounding plaza, moving at incredible speeds towards Vision. Vision wriggled through the air, unwilling to touch the metal. Vision flew straight up into the air, to the very edge of the atmosphere. He hovered there, calm and composed, even as Magneto's metal machines chased him into the sky. And, with the deepest breath his artificial body could muster, he plummeted toward the city, aiming for Magneto. His body burned as he shot through the layers of gas and clouds, hurtling toward his target. The impact would have incinerated the city, but it had been evacuated. Magneto had no way to summon a shield to save the metal needed to capture Vision. He had won. Just before the giant fireball struck Earth, Vision felt a tremendous force alter the air, twisting his molecules and flinging him through the air like a pebble in a river. The force of Vision's miss was still devastating. The streets were smoldering ash. Buildings collapsed, as a massive wave of heat created dozens of small fires across the blast zone. Vision forced himself to his feet, pushing tons of concrete and metal away from him. Even as he did, he felt Magneto push a magnetic wave into the objects, temporarily pinning him. Vision destroyed it, and floated away from the building, eyes on Magneto. Before Vision could launch another attack, finishing Magneto off before further damage could be done, he was completely immobilized. Magneto had paralyzed him, using the metal in his body to hold him in place. Even as he watched, Mysterious, powerful materials were pulled from his form, coalescing into a large metal plate in Magneto's palm. Vision collapsed, his body in chaos, unable to move or even activate any of his abilities. Magneto flew into the sky and away from the fight, his hand swinging back. A simple, hands-free move to collapse Vision's matrix. The eternal darkness beckons Vision, and he wonders about his state of consciousness, contemplating existence for just a few seconds before it ends. And the winner is Magneto. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot.